Hey everybody, we're talking about factoring trinomials when a equals 1. A as in the A, B, C, the coefficients A, B, C. It doesn't look like there's anything in front, but if you don't see anything on a variable, it means there's a 1 hidden there. So A equals 1. That means this is the condition for this factoring to work. If A does not equal 1, this stuff does not work. So I'm going to write down what A, B, and C are. B is -7, C is 12, and then I can kind of work with this. So if you have A equals 1, it's a fun little shortcut to factoring that you can do, and I'll teach you the shortcut first. But you have to see what multiplies to A times C, and since A is 1, A times C is just 12. So this is AC, A times C, right there. And you have to see what adds to B. -7 is B. Again, when you talk about ABC, you don't include the case. So once you figure out that, I have a little number here, a little instructions here. What two numbers, if you figure out what two numbers multiply to A times C and add to B, again, what multiplies to the green highlighter and adds to the yellow highlighter. So what multiplies to 12 and adds 7, you go through a list if you want. I'll show you the short version first, then I'll show you what happens if you need a list. So if you know what the answer is, if you know that it's going to be -3 and -4, you can just write it in. You can write the two numbers in to these two slots. K minus 3, K minus 4, or K plus whatever, K plus whatever. If you don't know that right off and you have trouble finding out what multiplies to and adds to, best strategy is to make a list. So you figure out what multiplies to 12 first. What multiplies to 12? Question mark. So you list all the possible things. 1 to 12, 2 to 6. Go up from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 until you start backtracking. 3 and 4. 4 will backtrack. But you can also do two negatives to get you a positive as well. So -1, -12, -2, -6, -3, -4, and eventually, because this is all our possibilities, you realize that, oh, those things add to 7, or well, -7. So we got it. They both multiply to 12, blue, and they add to 7, yellow. So those are the numbers that go in. You can also check this, just like the other factoring. This is my final answer, but you can check this with double distributing. So if I actually do double distributing and I do K times K, I should end up with what I had there. And if I do the next two, K times -4, -3 times K, those should add up to -7K. -3 times 4, -4 should be positive 12. So if you do doubly distribute back to check, you can see if you got it. Again, the answer is done. You don't need to undo what you just did. This is it. This is done. The other checking to see if you got it right is just nice. You know, like in a quiz or something. Anyway, that's the short version. The hardest part is figuring out what multiplies to and what adds to. Have a good one, everybody.